Put me up in that algorithm and holla at your girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's star time.
Friday, July 7th, and we're talking about trending topics.
Oh,
Yes.
what?
Yes, girl. That's unique.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's unique. That's unique.
Yes! No, wait.
Queens is in the building, y'all.
Yo, Moochie, can I get that theory, please? Let me get that theory. You know what I mean? I need that theory right now. I don't need it tomorrow. I don't need it Wednesday. I don't need it Friday. I need that theory right now.
You know, black girls don't really have to do stuff like that. What we gotta do is take naps and moisturize. And we
Moisturize.
pretty much good to go.
Right.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? You rocking with Moochie and this is MOOCHILLA'S Reviews. So hit the hammer when you came through. We are talking about tonight. We got a double feature for you tonight. A double feature, and I got a special guest once again. And we're gonna be talking about Raising Kanan as well as Godfather of Harlem. Both of those trailers have dropped, and we're going to be breaking them down and making our predictions and, you know, talking about it and having fun. I am Moochie, and this is MOOCHILLA'S Reviews. So let's get into it, y'all. Put me up in that algorithm and holla at your girl. What's up, Lamont?
East Side in the I love the intros, Moochie. That is so fire. I got a little bit of old school vibe from the first one, and then the last one is the classic Moochie with the Ayo. Don't nobody do it better than you on these streets out here. What's up, y'all?
All right, what is up? We are ready for Raising Kanan. Stuff is about to start getting thick. We got the trailer here. Let's look at the trailer and see if we could pick this apart and make some predictions and have fun with it. You ready to look at it?
Let's do it, sis. Let's look at it.
Turn up the heat to something real uncomfortable.
Wait, what's going on? Okay, let me remove it.
Mess with this music thing again? Nah. Music always been your dream. Only dream when I'm asleep.
Oh, it's not. What's going on? There you go. Wait, let me start it over.
I forgot about me real fucking fast.
Wow.
Fucked up looking dude coming out the building today. His face was all scarred and scary.
Crime roll through. Turn up the heat to something real uncomfortable. Here, problem. So you gonna mess with this music thing again?
Nah.
Music always been your dream.
Only dream when I'm asleep.
Playing with fire, Nick. I am fire.
He said he is fire and he gonna burn it down.
What exactly is he going to burn down, Moochie? Is he going to burn down Rock Warehouse? Is he going to burn down the circle of the borough families? What is he going to burn down, Moochie?
He gonna take everything from her as starting with her business. Starting with her business, and now it look like he's gonna come for a Kanan too.
Yep.
Once she said he going in that building, that don't look too good.
No, it don't. And do you remember the trailer that they dropped for the series before it came out?
Yes.
There's a clip in there where Unique is in Kanan's room knocking over QC.
Mm-hmm.
So
OC,
he's gonna get. Sorry, OC. I'm sorry, OC. He's gonna get up in that building. Just not maybe this episode. But Moochie, look at what you got going on right here. He robbing Richard and Sonny, just pulling the rug from underneath Marvin, just like it ain't nothing, yank. And if you remember, Moochie, him and Ronnie was doing business with these two before Rock got up in there with Marvin.
Exactly. But keep in mind, Ronnie did not want to do business there.
Nope.
And that's
He
when
sure didn't.
he separated from it and got with Kanan. He watched Kanan for a couple of days and then he eased on in there and thought he was going to take over Kanan business, but they became partners and Kanan outsmarted him.
Right. He sure did. Now, that was one time Kanan didn't need his mama per se to bail him out of something because he was smart enough to figure out a way to kind of get out of it. But Moochie, based on this trailer, can we say that Richard and Sonny is about to be tits up, 6 feet under?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Just from the pictures that they showing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get. It's like the way they showing it. The when Quan comes there, this is gonna be a showdown.
Mm-hmm. Oh Lord, Double Dragon and his mullet haircut. I didn't even know the Asian people got mullets in the 80s, but here
yes,
he comes.
They did. In Flushing, they used to wear CA haircuts because I went to school with some of them, and they had those haircuts too. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah,
wow. Shout out.
I went to school in Astoria, so it was Asians, Greeks, blacks, everybody was there.
Wow.
White, everybody.
Shout out to all my Asian homies who was rocking a mullet that are now probably grandfathers and stuff like that. Shout out to y'all. Y'all still rocking them mullets? But Moochie, Quam, Double Dragon is coming in here. He's hot. What has he found out to make him so hot with Raquel that he coming to her place of business?
I want to say it's because of Marvin, the Drop Your Drawers incident.
Yeah.
And now this happening. And they're going to think that Marvin did this.
Oh.
So now you got, remember, I said he's going to have people coming at him from all angles. And I believe they are going to think Marvin did this, but they can't prove it.
Mm-hmm.
And there is going to be a confrontation where there's words exchanged, and it's going to get hot because he already don't want to do business with her because she's a woman.
Right. Mm-hmm. But see, what he fails to realize, a woman that's as tough as rock is more dangerous than two of him.
Exactly.
That's what he failed to realize, because she can slip and slide in places his Double Dragon ass can't.
Exactly.
So he should be trying to figure out ways to make her happy, because she could be one of his best allies, but his misogyny is blinding his eyeballs, especially back in this era. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think more men nowadays would be hip to having a woman like Rock in their corner. But back in the early 90s, when they was rocking these mullets like this, they wouldn't even think twice about it. They want y'all women back in the kitchen making cornbread and collard greens. But he got the wrong one here.
Yeah, she's not gonna let him push her around like that. But she's not gonna let him know that she's calculating the move either. You know, Rock is real sophisticated with her stuff.
Yeah, Rock always playing chess, Moochie. Hardly ever has Rock played checkers. She's always thinking. And then at that, she's clicking on a level that these men ain't thinking about, because you can believe this. Quan might not like women, but I bet you he think Rock is attractive.
Yes.
And I bet you some of the folks in his crew think Rock is attractive. And the fact,
Moochie, chocolate to go with their Chinese food.
They always want. Look, that's why they give your ass the fortune cookie when you get the meal, because they want some sweet with their cone pile chicken. They want some sweet.
Talk about it.
In all honesty, the look that Rock presents is dangerous, because that lets her get into circles where the average ugly bitch ain't getting into. Just sorry. And then to back all that up, she's as cunning and as cold as a viper, and will bite you in a butt, and you're done. So, Quam, the only thing we got to say, Moochie, is which episode he gonna die?
I think he's gonna. I think if it goes this way, I think I could see it happening mid-season.
No, episode 5.
Yeah. I think a lot of stuff is gonna go down between episode 5, because you mentioned the break that we're gonna have too. And as far as this with this episode, let me read you the synopsis, Lamont. Let's see if we could pick that apart and figure some things out.
And the episode, the title of the episode is Bygones.
It's called Bygones. So that sounds like that's gonna be some kind of let bygones be bygones. So are we gonna see some kind of talk where it's gonna be a ceasefire? Is there gonna be some kind of middle ground? Or is she gonna be able to talk Unique off this ledge and have him calm down? Or is he just gonna be on a rampage?
It's not gonna happen this episode, Moochie. When we break down the title, Bygones, I'm wondering, are they gonna make this a central theme, or is it gonna stem right around Rock? Because if it does, I think the bygones for her is she done found out that her brother been sneaking behind her back with Stefano, and she's going to let bygones be bygones. And on top of that, you might have a situation where Stefano is going to let bygones be bygones with what Marvin did to his money man. So we could have, a circle of bygones that all involve Marvin.
Okay. So it says, this is what the synopsis says. As Rock and Marvin face the aftermath of Unique's violent clandestine comeback, Lou manages his new artist. Kanan gets through to his grandmother, and Jukebox embraces her sexuality. So that sounds like Kanan has convinced grandma to tell her children that she's sick.
That's a bygone, because grandma has always been, she don't care for her kids. So at this point, since she's about to kick the bucket, let bygones be bygones. Tell my kids I'm about to die.
Okay, so
that's an easy one.
Basically, we saying it has nothing to do with Unique. This is a family issue.
I think this is all going to be a family issue.
Okay.
And then what are they going to reveal in Juke to let us know that she's embracing her sexuality? Because I thought she's already embraced it. I mean, if you go by last week's episode when she was tearing up that carpet, I
thought she embraced it there. How much more she gonna do? She gonna be talking to chicks now in Queens? I'm just
saying. Like Moochie, you would have thought she was Stanley Steamers last week, the way she was tearing that carpet up.
Look, I don't know. I wasn't under the covers, but it sounded like she was doing work from how the girl was moaning. Okay.
Hey, look. Right. Exactly. Stanley Steamers, ladies and gentlemen, get the job done every time when you got a carpet to munch on. So I don't know what else they're going to do with Juke in terms of revealing her sexuality, but based on the pictures you showed us in this trailer, Moochie, I saw Kanan is having a conversation with her, and she's done with music. She's quitting music, Moochie. This is over. So
there it is right there. Look, she looking at that and then she throws it in the garbage.
Yeah, man. And I hate that because I've enjoyed the actress singing some of these songs. I really have. And that she's quitting music means that she is about to take a full-blown turn to the dark side. And the season trailer that they dropped, Moochie, we seen her with a gun, and we also seen Detective Great Value Garcia walking her down somewhere.
Walking her. So he's probably just trying to talk to her to get in her head to see if she could get to Kanan.
The thing, the question here, Moochie, would be this: is Great Value Garcia talking to her before she did what she did with the gun, or after she did what she did with that gun?
That's a good question. That's a good question, because I want to see if it's going to be some stuff that pop off, because it seemed like her first test is going to be, she's going to be part of Kanan's muscle. They must going to have to run up on somebody. And I don't think it's this incident with Unique.
No, I don't think so either. I remember from the series trailer, she's going to be kissing somebody else that wasn't Aisha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Juki Juke. Now the question, Moochie, the theory I want to drop on you, Moochie, is this. We and audience, let me know what you guys think too. We're talking about the crescendo, a lot of things happening in episode 5. Now, Unique don't really know what's really going on the inside.
No,
But he's moving in a way where it's scorched earth. Just scorch. I mean, Dracarys. If you own the dragon, you scorching everything. Could this wind up being a situation, Moochie, where it's episode 5? Rock still don't know about him. He don't know what she's going through with Quam, but he knows she's in business with him. Could it be a situation where he take out Quam and then him and Rock stand face to face after he's taken out Quam, not knowing that Rock is happy he took out Double Dragon?
I could see that happening where they end up having a sit down and it be bygones if he's not too far gone. You get what I'm saying?
He too far gone, Moochie. He
okay,
too far
so
gone.
like he's too far gone. You know, I always have hope.
Look, he too far gone, but him and Rock will not shoot each other. They not.
No.
They not. It's probably going to be a conversation and him ending Double Dragon in episode 5 and then going face to face with Rock. Because right now, Moochie, he's a spook. He's a ghost. Don't nobody know what he's doing other than my man too early to lose his hair. That's it.
I think this is going to be the last of early.
This
you
episode.
See that money?
Yeah.
You see that money? You think Unique is going to part with that right now and he down?
He might, Moochie, because until he get his new organization and boys together, all he got is early. He can't kill him this episode. He can't. Not this episode, Moochie. Not this episode.
I don't know, because if we see, okay, I'm gonna say it like this, because they showed a white BMW in the trailer. I'm going by that, and this is the guy that tints his windows and bullets poops his cars. Right. He could be thinking remember he's still like, yo, I help him out. He gonna give me this money. I think he gonna have the illusion that he gonna be around, but Unique's not keeping him around. No, he's not. Now I believe this, Moochie. He will die. I'm not saying he ain't gonna die. I just don't think it's gonna be this episode. But early is gonna be early to something, but it ain't gonna be staying around in power. His ass is gonna be early in that grave. Yeah, you know his name should be Post Malone if you want to stay in this show. Moochie, I got one for you. What? Crystal told Kanan that she seen Unique Michael Myers, a man with scars all on his face. Her ass was so scared, she said she ain't coming back to the house. What is Kanan going to do with this information? Is he going to tell Mama or is he going to handle it on his own, Moochie? He going to try to handle it on his own, just like how he did when Ronnie stepped to him. He didn't tell Rock about that. No, he didn't. He didn't tell Rock about that at all. Is that a smart move for him, Mooch? Don't you think he should tell his mama what's good? Because he's in business with his mama, and she says she wants smart people in business with her. That's I feel like wants. This is going to be a problem if he doesn't say anything that he saw Unique or that he heard that there's a chance, but he don't know because they think he's out of here. Yeah. Wow. He's not going to think it's Ronnie, but then now the way she's describing him, it sounds just like somebody that's related to Ronnie. I'm just saying. It does. Right. It does. It definitely does that. What you got on your boy Lulu? He's progressing with his music career. He's going to be progressing with his music. The question is, do you think he's going to ask Jukebox again, or she gonna say that ship is sailed? I'm not even into music, or she's not gonna even talk to him because he let her down not once but twice
as far as music goes.
I think that, they're on good speaking terms right now, but in terms of the music, she's done with the music, Moochie. She's done. I mean, I think she's about to go back to a life of crime. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, this is the same girl that was jacking and stealing from season 1. Don't forget about that. I think she's about to go right back to that, getting entangled with her cousin Kanan.
It sounds like she is.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like she is. I want to know who the girl gonna be.
Me too. Because whoever this girl going to be, at some point in time, she's got to have a ride or die that's going to be down with whatever she's going to do.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you one more thing before we jump on some Godfather of Harlem, Mooch. I got one more thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do about this disappearing Famous? What are we going to do?
Do you think he's alive? That's what I got to ask you.
I think he's alive. Yeah, definitely.
I think so too. I think he's alive. I think Jessica came back to get him out though.
Oh, I could see that. I could see that. And didn't tell Lulu nothing.
Nah, because she can't trust him either. And we don't know if we can't trust her because we don't know if she's talking to the police about Crown Camacho.
That's a good point. But if she were to do that, Moochie, it would kind of slow down her music career because she'd be in the spotlight then. If I'm with you, Moochie, I think she came back to go wherever famous is at. And the thing is, if you really wanted nobody to know you was in town to handle your business with Famous, why'd you even go see Lulu?
I know. That's the part I didn't understand. Like, you came to see him, but it seemed like she was trying to get back with him too. And
it did.
Let her know, look, I went to Cali and now I got some connections and I've been telling them all about you. So, you might want to take some meetings with me. And I thought that was going to happen. Do you think we're going to see any more of her? Or do you think it was just one thing and that's it?
We'll see her when we see Famous.
All right. So moving on. Let's move on. Let's move on. The Godfather of Harlem.
Woo!
We have been waiting for this person to come to this season. So let's look at the trailer. I'm gonna take all super chat at the end and then we'll discuss it. Let's look at this trailer, Lamont.
Let's do it.
Lucas. Trying to touch 10 feet. Country boy to make a name for himself. What are you? My name's Frank Lucas.
Oh.
Trying to touch 10 figures. That's something you could do for me. The test. Coast to coast, I could shoot proper.
We're supposed to get it back to Bumpy?
Bumpy Johnson gotta learn. Nobody plays Frank Lucas.
What you think?
Moochie. Who said you can continue the Godfather of Harlem if Bumpy Johnson go by letting Frank Lucas? Who said that? I believe sometimes some of these writers be hearing me. Like
I mentioned it too, so I concur.
Yeah. We've been said you can keep this thing going into a new series by just passing the torch on down to Frank Lucas, and this looks exactly what they was going to do. For those of you that don't know the lure, Bumpy Johnson's driver was Frank Lucas, and Bumpy Johnson basically kicked the bucket when Frank Lucas was just coming into his own as his driver. So you could easily pass this series down to Frank Lucas and go through his whole story.
Okay, so Lamont, with this happening, does that mean either Chance or I can't think of his name right now. One of his men's getting ready to get dropped this season?
Oh, Moochie, 100%. Moochie, them, and you remember how Bumpy died, like a heart attack. This might be the season Bumpy is going to die, and the torch get passed on to Frank Lucas. You already seen in that trailer. Frank is already stealing from Bumpy, and whoever that lady was is trying to tell him, why you taking from Bumpy? And he in there all half cocked talking about Bumpy's got to learn with his bird chest in that wife beater. Bruh, you know who you fooling with? This is Bumpy that pull out the blade and slice your neck. You remember that, Moochie?
Yes.
I mean, slice. But we know that's not going to happen. But they still can dramatize a way in which Bumpy teach him a lesson from stealing from him.
I agree. Just like he had to teach Nat a lesson from from stealing from him. That's the one with the Afro Nat, and then Chance is the other one. I think we might not see Nat around.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna call it. I think Nat is gone.
I like them both. I'm sorry. I
like
know I gotta pick.
Too.
I know I gotta pick, but I like them both, Moochie. I really do. Like they vibed off each other.
Correct. But with all of this happening, Lamont, I'm gonna show you a picture, and then you let me know what you think.
Okay.
If I have it, do I have it? He looked like he gonna have a fight with Bumpy. And I don't think it's gonna end well. I'm just saying.
Frank Lucas, you talking about?
Nah, I'm talking about Chance. He looked like he gonna get into it with Frank Lucas. They gonna be gambling, and it's gonna be something that go down crazy where he it might not go well for him.
If that's the case, Moochie, I'm going to put my money on Chance is going to kick that bucket.
That's why that's what's making me think it right now. I'm trying to see if I got it. Hold up.
Chance is going to kick the bucket.
I'm telling you what, I feel like he's going to kick the bucket. I could be wrong, but I could be right too. You know?
What kind of obstacles is Bumpy going to have to deal with this season from the Italian families?
Usually they're going to try to lowball them with money. I do believe he's going to be lowballed as far as how you say he's going to try to lowball him and not pay him his worth.
One piece of this story that me and Larry absolutely loved was the drama going on with Stella. And her love of chocolate, Moochie, and audience. And when we say love of chocolate, we're not talking about Hershey's bars, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about black men. Are we going to see Stella again after considering what went down with her and her daddy and her mama?
Yes, Stella is there in full effect, Lamont. Stella is there and she's in full effect. She's in full effect and she's still rocking with remember, he sent her to Italy last year. So I'm going to just show you this. Hold up. I'm going to show you this thing real quick because I'm going to just show you the picture. And I think Chance going to be running into some problems, yo. Because the way this thing looks, you know, a lot of stuff happen when dudes be gambling. I'm just saying. And
drinking.
And we already know he had a problem with sticky fingers anyway. Chance.
Yep.
So
Chance about to get that.
That's
Chance
exactly
about to get
what
that.
I'm saying. He might.
Yep. He about to take that haircut, Moochie.
Yeah.
The kind where you don't grow no more hair after you take that kind of haircut.
Let me ask you this question. This is a good theory. Now, you know he got caught stealing before. Now, we see that Frank Lucas has stolen something. Do you think it could be like where he end up blaming blaming Chance that he stole it and he has a bad track record already?
Bumpy's loyal. I don't see him throwing Chance under the bus, especially to the Italians. I just like he's not going to throw one of his own under the bus over the Italian. He wouldn't do that. I don't think he would do that. Now the issue that they have, they number running too, Moochie.
Yep.
And that's another area where you got to keep your eyes on Chance, because Chance used to be his right-hand man helping him run them numbers.
And he was stealing.
Yeah. Now, what is gonna go on with Mrs. Johnson? Because there was a wedge going on between her and her husband because she was trying to get more politically active with Mr. Powell. Are we going to get Senator Powell this season, Moochie?
I believe we are, but there's another thing that's going on, because you got to keep in mind, this was after Malcolm X was taken out. So we getting into the real thick of it, of the civil rights movement, the Black Panther. We getting into all of that right now. The civil rights movement, the Black Panthers, different organizations that was forming, gangs and stuff like that. And it's gonna be a lot of protesting. It's back and forth with the Italians fighting over territory again. With they're fighting over Harlem again. And now they trying to take even more. Remember, before all of this happened, they only could rock from a certain point. Now it looks like the Italians is trying to really take over this area, and they got the media with them.
Oh boy. We got young Barbara Walters down here, and y'all know she like that chocolate.
And see, you got the cops.
Yep.
Then you got she's in high school now.
Oh my God. Look at her.
Look how big she got.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So now we got like what type of things is going on in the school?
Right. Integration. You're gonna have that whole dynamic with integration. And remember, Bumpy's daughter had a thing for Malcolm. She could get through to Malcolm. How is she gonna be feeling now that Malcolm is dead?
You know how she gonna be feeling? I'm gonna tell you how she gonna be feeling. I'm gonna show you how she gonna be feeling.
Don't tell me she going back to the life of drugs.
No, she not. No, she not. No, she not.
Okay.
She is going back to power to the people. Okay. She's gonna be doing some power to the people.
Okay. I like that. So she's gonna be an activist leader, sounds like.
And
this season gonna be so good. If they sprinkle in all the things that was going on during that era, from, like you said, segregation, desegregating, the Black Panthers forming, the Rainbow Coalition forming, getting heated with the NAACP, Senator Powell, and then Martin Luther King at some point in time got to kick the bucket around this era too. And then on top of that, you got Frank Lucas on the back end trying to undercut Bumpy because he wanted to be the top dog. Oh my goodness.
But I think Bumpy is gonna get through to him, and I think that he's gonna take him under his wing. Okay. Because I mean that's how the story's supposed to go. So we might see a little rivalry back and forth, and then they're gonna get together and be this worth reckoned with. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I don't think one of them is making it this season.
Oh, definitely not. And shout out to these two actors. They do outstanding work. If you've never seen them before, I've seen them in a couple of things, and they do phenomenal work. I mean, these guys, they're standouts.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this thing because I think it's gonna go bad, because if somebody's stealing money, Chance stole before from Bumpy.
Yeah.
And usually people is looked at like, you stole once, you'll steal again. Am I right or wrong?
You don't get the benefit of a doubt in that type of situation. Maybe you should, because he's been loyal. But man, I think he's gonna take that haircut, Moochie, the kind that don't grow your hair back.
Yeah, I think I don't. The question is who's gonna do it? Is it gonna
That's
happen? It's because they already got Bumpy. Like, is he gonna try to sit down at the table with these fellas? And look at this. This is another reason why I don't think he's gonna make it out. Who that look like?
Ooh.
That's what I think you called it right there with the haircut.
Yep.
Don't that look like Chance getting taken out? It looked
just like him. Yep.
Not Chance. Dad. I forgot his. I said his name wrong. I said the wrong one. But I think he's getting arrested. So is it gonna be a case of loose lips sink ships?
Yeah, Moochie, this is gonna be some loose lips right here, my sister. He is done. Stick a fork in him. And they was harsh on African Americans in jail back then when the cop cars only had that one dome light. Y'all see that? That was back in the day. That it would take the siren, it would take the light like an hour to go around once. The boy, he's in trouble.
I think so too.
He's in trouble. Oh boy. And you know, this could be a situation where Frank Lucas notices that there's a rift in Bumpy Johnson's people and starts trying to, his name is Pettigrew, and starts trying to, shout out to Alex, by the way, starts trying to, get up in the ranks with Bumpy because he see that there's some contention in the ranks, Moochie.
Okay. Now I got somebody else that watches the show with us. And she is coming through. She gonna give her opinion, and she's gonna be a diva when she gives her opinion. What's up, Nita?
Hey, Moochie. What's up, Lamont?
So, did you see the trailer for Godfather of Harlem?
No, I don't really watch it.
I thought you was watching this with us.
I was watching y'all reviews, but I wasn't really watching the show.
She never got into the show.
Far. Yeah, it had got too far, and I didn't want to start over. I mean, because I was gonna
Moochie, dare we say that this show is a little better than Power?
I heard.
I like it for the history factor because they seem like their timelines is good with everything. I love that there is the clothes, the everything, the clothes, the cars, the music. It's just everything. It feels like you're in that world at that time when this is going on.
The issue, Nita, that a lot of people contend is that it's on a network that a lot of people ain't really thinking about getting because MGM doesn't have the dearth of content that you can get on HBO Max or Stars or Apple TV. But this show is every bit as good as Power, and I would dare say better because they're doing a period piece. And when I say they're nailing it, they are nailing it with some of the most iconic folks in Black history, whether you like what they did or whether you don't.
Right.
Look, he's doing this and the Punisher.
You mean Daredevil?
Yeah, I mean Daredevil. Yeah, I meant to say Daredevil.
Yeah,
my bad.
yeah.
I just remember him.
You know what my nickname is for him on Kingpin?
What?
I mean on Daredevil. we call him Keto Kingpin because he's skinny as hell. He's skinny as hell on Daredevil too. Now,
yeah, but he lost a lot of weight though.
Yeah, he did. He said the actor said he had to.
And he looks good.
He looks good. And if you remember, Moochie, part of this character, when they took him away last season to jail, he was pretending like he was crazy and needed to be thrown in the loony bin. Mm-hmm. So this is probably going to be the moment where he says he cracked up, and because of cracking up, he lost all this weight.
Yeah, that's I could see that happening.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
What you think about this?
This is either a robbery or revenge.
Who do you think this person is?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because he's doing business with Bumpy.
That's a good one. Moochie, you got me on this one. They got me too. But you know something, Moochie? While we're here in this era, do you think that they will address some of the athletes that came together over civil rights? You had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You remember that group of athletes? It was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the running back from Cleveland that just recently died.
Jim Brown. Not Jim Brown. Was it Jim Brown?
Yeah, Jim Brown. Jim Brown. Muhammad Ali was there. It was a whole host of these great athletes that came together for the civil rights. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in it. You think that they'll have that moment? Bill Russell, shout out to Vaughn. Do you think they'll have that moment and somehow another tie in Bumpy to meeting them maybe at Madison Square Garden?
I could see something like that happening because at that time, guess where Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was living?
Where?
Queens.
Oh.
So yes, I could definitely see it happening.
Okay. All right. Hey, we got something on our hands then, ladies and gentlemen.
I could see it happening. I could definitely see it happening.
Wow. Well, this is going to be a good one, man. This is going to be a good season. Anyone that's listening to this and watching this show, and you see these two wonderful ladies that done sandwich me in the middle. Well, I was sandwiched in the middle.
They give in the sandwich.
Hey, put me in the middle. Yeah, man. Yeah. No matter which way I turn, you better make sure I smell good, huh? But anywho, they do such great work, and their reviews on these great shows. I would implore you guys to watch these shows because when you watch them and get the review, it adds another layer to everything that you've seen, and might even pick up on some things that you missed. And so we really think that you all, if you like Power, you definitely gonna like Godfather of Harlem, and you got some time to binge it. It doesn't come back on until April 13th.
That's right. Look, Nita, if you want to get on board, if you got time to watch,
I need to.
All right, I'm just saying.
Nita, get on board.
Nita, I think you're gonna like it.
Okay.
Yeah, we think you will not just like it. We think you will love it. Yes. You I promise you'll be saying this is better than Power.
Okay.
Now, since we back on Power, we were talking.
Okay.
We were talking, Nita, and I want your input on this.
Okay.
Do you see? Well, it was. Do you think that right now we're gonna see? I forgot what it was. It was a prediction that we was just talking about, Lamont.
Oh, the mid-season at episode 5, where we could see, we was talking, Nita, that we could possibly see. Now, Nita, you was with us yesterday when we was talking about the mid-season might be when Rock first and finally sees Unique, right?
Right.
So me and Moochie put a theory with it. The way that she might meet up with him is because he might go take out Double Dragon, Quam, because the heat is getting turned up because Double Dragon shows up at the restaurant and Unique kills Sunny and her husband. And I'm sure she's going to think Double Dragon did it.
Mm-hmm.
And Unique is a ghost. He's a spook. And he's going to be taking out everybody he thinks that is associated with Rock business, not knowing that Rock really wants Quam out of the way, and Unique come in and take him out, and then Rock and him be face to face.
Like that. I like that. And in essence, did the dirty work for.
Exactly.
So
right.
Win-win,
Now
depending on how it shakes out.
Okay.
Now, we know what Rock did to Baby Daddy, Detective Baby Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What being as though she just had a heaven baby by Unique, do you think there'll be some residual, like there'll be some hesitation in like he's full on venge mode? So I'm like, I don't know if she's gonna be able to handle it or she's gonna think fast on her feet, like how she's gonna do it, because I'm kind of hesitant because of that whole having baby situation, and you know, her memory of him is different than his memory of her. So yeah, so I wonder how that's gonna shake out. That's
he still loves her though. The last thing he was saying before he went off in that sleep, he was talking about her.
Yeah.
Think she's gonna be able to talk him off the ledge from pulling that trigger? That's the question.
Right.
Because he's talking about he's gonna burn it all down.
He's not gonna Dracarys her. When they see each other, they're not gonna be able to kill each other. They just not. Neither one of them. Neither one of them. They could even spin this story somehow, some way, to where they back together by the end of the season.
As business partners?
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Business partners in the bedroom, yes.
Just the bedroom? You know he still wants some of that action though.
Full on partners. Full on. Yeah. But ladies, your boy got to bounce. I got to do an interview at 9:00. I got to get myself prepped. I need y'all to give Moochie more super chats. I only see 3, and I need y'all to like as much as you can. Go hit the button 4-5 times. Make sure that she gets liked and she bumped that algorithm.
We got 76 people in the building.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Put me up in that algorithm, y'all.
Yeah, and hit the sister with some super chats too.
I know, hit me with some super chat. A sister needs some money. I prefer the Cash App, but you could hit me with the super chat, and I'd appreciate that as well. Thank you.
Well, Moochie, thank you, Anita, for having me this week again. I'll be back next week with Moochie. And y'all be nice to these sisters while I'm going. I got my eyes on y'all.
All righty then.
All right, y'all. Be good.
See
you.
So Nita, what's with her? Do you think she's telling Kanan about Unique, but she don't know who Unique is?
Right.
She's just talking about the scar on his face. She's describing him. Do you think? How soon you think that Kanan is going to realize that this is Unique? And do you think he's going to go back and tell Mama about it?
He needs to, because the thing is that the only thing about it is that nobody knows that Unique has this scar. Because, Unique was a pretty boy. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So when you describe somebody, this mangled up face, this scarred up face, I don't think nobody's going to put 2 and 2 together. I don't know. I still think it's gonna go over their head. They not even gonna think it. I don't know. What y'all think?
I feel like I want to know if he's gonna are we gonna see this little guy get roughed up and then we find out it's him?
I don't think
he's gonna get roughed up. I don't think that.
I think he's out of here.
Who you think gonna do it?
Unique.
You think he gonna take the little one out?
For some reason, because I felt like I saw a clip or either a picture of Unique in Kanan's house.
You did. I think I got it still here. Let me just look and see if I got it. I do
putting
got
the hammer down, like down, like towards somebody that's either small or even sitting on the bed or the couch, rather.
Let me see what this one is. I'll figure if I don't know.
Oh, DeMarcus said he might kidnap him. Shit, he can't even take care of himself. Who you gonna be recruiting other people to take care of? Hey, Queen. Hey, I.
Let me see. Let me look at this. I'm gonna read this super. Okay, he said, who do you think is better, has a better flow, B-Rilla or Famous? I think Famous does right now because he was just rambling to me talking about what he did and it happened to rhyme. That's my thoughts. I want to hear more from him.
Yeah.
I want to hear more from him because that was just something off the fly, and it had to sound unprepared because he just got out of just got out of jail. So I think that's why it sounded like that.
Yeah, I was thinking that with B-Rilla being in in jail that he had time to write. Like he could have.
That's what I said. Usually they be coming out with a whole album when they be locked up like that.
Exactly. But yeah, it did look like it was off the cuff though. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it looked like it was off the cuff where we could where we can't really.
I mean, it was decent though. Decent.
Okay, this is another one. How would you rate Raising Kanan, Godfather of Harlem, and Snowfall from the least to the best? Just in that order. Just in that order.
Okay.
If we do see a spinoff with Louis, remember who the person that she's supposed to be, the character that they molded Louis upon. That woman stayed on the run for 10 years. Before they got her, and she had a baby, so it could be a good storyline. And her son ended up becoming a great a skateboard performer, like like with the X Games. He's a skateboarder. So I would, if they do that, I would love to see it. I would love to see where it would go and how much they would do it with it, because she had a hustle going on where she was dealing with people from Chicago.
Yeah, but you know what, Moochie? The way they keep framing it, they kind of make it about what's the boy name and Gail Bean's character.
Yeah, but I don't think is it a spin-off of Snowfall? Because remember they was talking about going in a different direction as far as music and stuff like that.
Right. So that's what I was saying. Like I would rather see Louis spin off rather than that music, whatever they trying to do over there. Like, what
if Louis was with it, but they was like in a separate, you understand? Like they have their scenes and then she would be on the run and they would show that. How would you feel about that?
I guess we gotta see. I wonder if they didn't put Louis up there because she put a bad taste in people's mouth. Like towards the end, people wasn't liking her all like that or something. So I don't know.
They was kind of saying that she ruined the series.
Yeah.
Like I saw something where they said she messed it up for all of them. But right. I think when she turned on them, yeah, she did.
Leon and Wanda. Thank you, Demar. Hey, Inga.
Hi, Inga. Nita, what you doing up this late? I could hear her voice.
It's a good thing Moochie caught me. It's like, nah, I had to I cooked dinner late today.
I would want to see it. I saw the spin-off article. I want to see what the series would be based on.
Yeah.
And if it is, it could still be if it is DRUGS, I just don't want Louis. I just don't want Wanda
to get back
and Leon a part of it, because I feel like they already evolved from them. I don't want them to go backwards.
Right, that's true. That is true. See, I think that's probably why they can't do it that way.
She said, I don't need to see no more about Louis. She pissed me off. Let her stay on the run.
Right.
So
yeah, I agree, JR. And you know how everybody wants to be strong-headed and, don't want to work together. Egos clashing, it just got so messy. So messy. Yeah.
So, do you think we're gonna see more deletions besides the two people at the Asian restaurant? Because we know they kicking the bucket.
Right. They out of here. Rolled and Smoke. Who else? Oh, I already said OC. I think he's probably gonna be a goner too.
Okay, look, who ringing my bell? Ding dong.
What y'all hoes talking about tonight? What y'all hoes up here doing? I ain't even know y'all was live.
Girl, it was impromptu for me.
Look, I just figured. Look,
I looked up. I said, "What the hell Nita doing up this late?"
I know, right? You got to catch her.
I know that's right.
Right. I saw that phone ring. I said, "Oh shoot!"
I just want to ask.
You try to catch me before I go to bed.
Right.
What type do you think that? Okay, we was kicking around this theory earlier. We know it's gonna be some type of confrontation with Quan and Rock and her crew. And do you think that Unique is gonna do a save unbeknownst to him because he's trying to burn it all down?
He definitely gonna try to burn it all down to the ground. He gonna burn it down to the ground. Yep. And he might go. I don't know. Y'all think he gonna go to Quan and try to do some business with him or something? I don't know. He gonna try to do something to burn it down because he's mad at Rock. You know, he mad at Rock for the wrong reasons too. He don't even realize.
Do you think that we're gonna see a confrontation between Rock and Unique? And how you think? Do you think he'll take her out?
Oh well, she's in season 5.
I hope they make up and they start banging again.
All right now.
I'm just saying, look.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Make some real good love. Yeah, make some real good loving.
Rock know what she doing.
Unique will do business with Phil Russo.
Who the hell is Phil Russo?
Phil Russo.
You know the Marcus be knowing all the
Marcus, you got it. Who's Phil Russo? It's another Italian guy.
Well, they're gonna bring in some more characters, y'all. We're not done. The season just started. There's more characters gonna come in too.
Yeah, I thought they burnt their bridges with the Italians like that.
I thought so too.
I mean, you know, Tony Dan's a character. He keeps them around for, you know, little something, but he seems like he's like a middleman, like a go-between person. Like, you know, you working with Quan, but I hooked you up with Quan or something like that. Oh, the replacement for Sal Buscemi. Okay.
Oh, the one that they took out, that Marvin took out.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, see, DeMarcus, he already got the script, so he already know what's going on.
Right. I say you got the full script. We're going all the way to you got it all the way.
He probably seen. He already seen how the show gonna end. He already know what was going to happen.
Like, going back to Snowfall, JR said Louis did mess it up for everybody. Started a war with her nephew because she wanted to branch out, which bro was cool with, but she took his plug, hurt his business hard. This is true. She got greedy. She got greedy, and also Teddy was part of that messing that up too. He could have let Franklin walk away from everything and just took Louis, because remember he was talking about walking away from all of this.
And after my uncle Jerome got taken out, I was done with Louis. I ain't give a damn what happened to her. Yeah, no. And I liked Louis at the beginning, up until maybe season 4, and then after that she pissed me off.
Yeah, that's the thing about power. You know, it makes you greedy. It does something to you. Like it just goes to your head. You just you make certain decisions that just, you know, you just side eye. You like, girl, what you say?
Right.
Well,
you can see by the Cheeto in office now, how power just go to your head.
Oh Lord, please don't even start with that. God, every day I open up my phone, open up my computer, I see something going on.
I know.
Oh my God.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you this, Inga. Have you been watching The Godfather of Harlem? Did you watch the previous seasons?
Oh yeah, you know I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, we was reviewing it.
I want to pick your brain in tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the new trailer?
Yeah, the last one with the Frank Lucas. Is that a
Okay.
different one?
Yeah, that's the one. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I'm can't wait for it to come back. I'm about to start my MGM Plus thing again so I could go back and rewatch the last seasons. Because
Hmm.
it been off so long, I done forgot a lot of stuff. So
Exactly. But I don't it might be a little time jump because I'm looking at we got Nat, what's his name? What he said his name was Nat and
because the guy with the afro, remember
he had a perm.
but yeah, he did. Right. Now he got an afro. So this might be like, let me see, it was the 60s. It might be the late end of the 60s. Because Malcolm is already gone. Malcolm, they assassinated Malcolm in 68 or 60, no, that was Dr. King in 68. I think it was like 65. So it was around that time. We almost getting close to the 70s.
Did they show that on the show, or was it just like a mention? Because I know he played in the show Malcolm X.
Oh no, they showed it. Yeah, they showed it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. And but remember the guy with the afro, I can't remember his name, but remember last time Moochie, he had went behind Bumpy's back. Remember he was stealing.
And that's where my question is.
He was stealing the cocoa, I think, right?
Now
The
we know that when Frank Lucas comes in, right? He
Uh-huh.
becomes. They said he ends up being Bumpy's driver, right? So does that mean one of these guys is gonna get taken out?
That's a good one. These are Bumpy's right hand man, so I don't know. I don't know. And you know this is not going to be always true to the real story, too. So
I know.
they may change it up a little bit.
Just for 3 actions.
Right.
Okay, so
Mhm.
MLK was assassinated a couple of months before Bumpy passed away, unfortunately. So do you think we're going to see that this season, or do you think it's a work up to it, RC?
This might be the last season, right?
I don't know.
Because what season is that? Season 4?
Season 4, but I feel like now that they're bringing in Bumpy, it could continue. We just changing the lead character. That's it.
Anita saying that it line up with American Gangster. I mean, they not going by the story. Even American Gangster is not all the way the real story too. That a lot of that was a little fuzzy on some of that, because they got to juice it up for Hollywood purposes and all that. So
right.
So it's it's like all probably loosely based. Some of this stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it was the fact that y'all said Frank Lucas. I was like, I already know that name. So.
So I wasn't gonna stay here too long. I guess what y'all got going on your channels besides a Yellow Jackets?
Well, I already got out. I already sent y'all the link and everything for the Yellow Jackets. Check your email. Yeah, and then my my Raising Kanan, thing on Friday. I'll do that, and I'm gonna try to get something else in there. I'm gonna try to get something else in by the end of the month, maybe a throwback movie or something. I gotta get something else going on. So,
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah, and for me, I just I'm still trying to work with Monique with reality TV talk, and I also did a Beauty in Black. We did that. Me, the ladies, Shayna, Miss Kira. That was fun. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is a hoot. So I just be sitting up there and just be like, we just be scratching our heads at the writing, but we try to have fun with it and stuff like that. So check that out. That's on the channel. Subscribe. Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Subscribe.
Hey, Sally.
Hey, Sally. Friday, girl. Come back on Friday.
Friday we do Yellow Jackets, but I'm gonna ask y'all: do y'all want to do a trailer breakdown with that tomorrow?
We should, because I need to see what's going on.
All right, so we gonna talk behind the scenes and try to set up a trailer breakdown. I'll set it up, and we're gonna do that tomorrow and make some predictions. So keep y'all notifications on, and I want to thank everybody for coming out. Don't forget, Nita does the reality TV on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be doing the first thoughts of Raising Kanan on Friday at 1:15 a.m. So come through if
now.
Now
I know Nita gonna be sleeping 1:15
you know Nita
a.m.
gonna be sleep with that.
I'm not even gonna call you because I know you're gonna be sleeping.
I always send her the link just in case. But if she's not here for the first reaction, she'll come through.
I'm here on Sunday.
She'll come through on Sunday. So please be sure to keep y'all notifications on. I want to thank y'all all for coming out.
And Tamika said, asking me about doing the watch party on the Wiz. Yeah, Tamika and I got to talk behind the scenes. We're gonna do that too. We've been talking about doing the Wiz in the Discord. Yeah,
I'm ready for that. I can't wait till we do that. And don't forget, also we are coming back with the Sunday throwback. The Sunday throwback will be John Shaft, the original one, not the one with Samuel L. Jackson. We're gonna be doing the one with Richard Brown.
Yeah, I think the last Sunday of April, right?
We're gonna do it the last Sunday of April. And we're gonna be discussing that. So I'm giving y'all enough time to get it together and watch it, or we might turn it into a watch party and then go live afterwards. So you know, I'm gonna put up a poll, and if y'all want to do that, so
that's a good idea.
So we can have some fun with it and have some trivia and stuff.
That's a good idea.
I think we should do that. All right.
All right.
Yeah, we got to get Nita working that Discord. Got to help her with the Discord.
Girl, I'll pop in and out from time to time.
Yeah.
I got to do that.
No, that's all right, child, please. I don't be doing much in this like that. Just coming in, talk to the people. And, you know, that's all.
All righty then. So I want to just thank everybody for coming through. Thank you, ladies. You know, I shot y'all the link and you came through. I appreciate it. Thanks, Lamont, for coming through. Thank you, Tamika, DeMarcus, Sally, RC, JR, of course, Inga, A Place to Vent. That's a new person.
I like that name.
I like that name too.
I know that's right. I should have named my damn thing now.
Like that's a good name, yo.
That is a real good name. Yeah.
A Place to Vent. Snowfall would never be the same without John Singleton. I agree. Now
I do agree with that.
Storyline change. You're right about that.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe to all our channels. A Place to Vent.
Exactly. Once again, if you watch Yellow Jackets, we'll be back tomorrow for the trailer breakdown. We're going to be making some predictions because now it's about to get thick because some people came to civilization and we don't know what's going to happen to these people. So we're about to be out of here. Thank you again for coming through. Hit that like, hit that share, put us up in the algorithm, and we out, y'all. Ew.
Put me up in that algorithm and holla at your girl. Ew.